Hi learners! In today's video, you will learn how to apply trigonometry in solving a real-life problem. The video will demonstrate how trigonometry is used in determining the height of a structure. It shows how the angle of elevation or the angle of depression is used so that you will be able to apply these learnings in answering application problems on the topic. Strategies in analyzing and solving a problem related to the topic, together with the use of the calculator in getting the answer, are showcased to let you gain an understanding on how these are done so that you will be able to successfully answer geometry problems similar to these in the future. If your lesson is on trigonometric ratios, or if you have an assignment on this topic, or if you are preparing for a test in math, or a test in geometry in particular, or you're someone who is interested in learning math, then this video is for you. Recall that trigonometry is a branch of mathematics that deals with the connections between the measures of the sides and angles in a right triangle. These connections are expressed in the following trigonometric ratios. Sine A is equal to opposite side over the hypotenuse. Cosine A is equal to adjacent side over the hypotenuse. And tangent A equals opposite side over the adjacent sides, where angle A is the reference angle as shown in the figure. For the detailed discussion on how to label the sides of a right triangle, watch the video on trigonometric ratios. The link is down below. In real life, the reference angle is oftentimes referred to as the angle of elevation or the angle of depression. In the figure is an angle of elevation. This angle is created when an observer represented by the eye is looking up at an object above the horizontal. Look at the figure, learners. As the observer looks up at an object, it creates an imaginary line between the eye and the object. This is the line of sight. The space between the line of sight and the horizontal, with the observer's eye as the point where these two lines intersect, is the angle of elevation. On the other hand, the angle of depression is the angle created when an observer is situated above and is looking down at an object on the lower level. This angle is between the horizontal and the observer's line of sight. Identifying these angles correctly is crucial in solving application problems involving trigonometric ratios. A misconception that often happens is in identifying the angle of depression. Always remember that it is not the angle between the line of sight and the vertical. Look at the figure, learners, so you will not make this mistake. Let us look at these sample problems so you will learn how to apply the trigonometric ratios in solving real-life problems. Here's the sample problem. A cell tower engineer sights the top of the cellular tower at a 35-degree angle of elevation as shown. A figure is given. Find the height of the cell tower in the nearest tenth if the cell tower engineer is 290 feet from the base of the tower. Options are A, 166.3 feet, option B, 203.1 feet, option C, 237.6 feet, option D, 414.2 feet. As usual, we begin by reading the whole problem and may read it several times when needed to know what we're looking for, to determine what are given, and to figure out how the given information help find what we're looking for. What is S in the problem, learners? you're right. We're to find the height of the cell tower. What are given? We're given a figure of the cell tower with the engineer sighting the top of the tower at an angle of elevation of 35 degrees. Okay, we will put in place what are given in the problem that are not reflected yet on the figure. Let us go over the problem again. It says a cell tower engineer. We represent this with an I and label it. Then it says sights the top of the cell tower. We label this invisible line as the line of sight. The angle of elevation of 35 degrees is already on the figure, so we move on to the next sentence. It says, find the height of the cell tower. We will represent this with an X on the figure. Then it further says, the cell tower engineer is 290 feet from the base of the tower. We will label this on the figure as the horizontal and the 290 feet that is given. There you are, learners. Everything that are given on the problem are now reflected on the figure. We can now analyze the problem easily. Next, we will label the hypotenuse, the opposite side, and the adjacent side of the right triangle so we can use the trigonometric functions in solving this problem. Since the hypotenuse can easily be recognized, for it is the longest side and the side facing the right angle, we will start with it. Okay, so across the observer's eye is the opposite side. Look, there is one side that is not labeled yet. This is the adjacent side. Look at the labeled triangle, learners. Which sides have corresponding values? Write the adjacent and the opposite sides. That means that the hypotenuse is not needed in solving this problem. Now, recall the three trigonometric ratios. Here are again the ratios. Now, of the three trigonometric ratios, which one has the opposite and adjacent sides on it? Okay, tangent. So, we will use the tangent ratio. This is the trigonometric ratio that will help us solve the problem. So, we start by writing the ratio. Tangent A is equal to opposite side over the adjacent side. Look at our drawing. Now plug in the values that corresponds to the angle and the sides in our formula. So, tangent 35 degrees is equal to x over 290. We can rewrite the equation this way. Tangent 35 over 1 equals x over 290. Cross multiplication gives us x is equal to 290 times tangent 35 degrees. Next, we solve the equation with the aid of a calculator. Always set your calculator to degree mode before using it. You can use the calculator on your cell phone or a TI-84 calculator. Let us use a TI-84 calculator. After turning the calculator on, set the mode to degree. This is how to do it. So you hit mode. This is what you see on the screen of your calculator. Now scroll down by hitting the arrow down to radian, then hit the right arrow to degree. This is now what you will see on the screen. With this on the screen, hit enter. Then clear the screen by hitting clear. The calculator is now ready for use. Again, the equation that we want to solve is x is equal to 290 times tangent 35 degrees. We now type on our calculator exactly what the expression on the right side of the equation is except for degree for our calculators already set in the degree mode. Okay, so type 290, then hit tangent, then type 35. This is now what you see on the calculator screen. With the image on the screen, hit enter. This is now what you see on the screen of your calculator. We have the answer. So, what is our answer? Is it option A, option B, option C, or option D? Okay, so the answer is option B. There you are, learners. I hope you acquired lots of learning on today's video. Let us then summarize what we have learned. We have learned that, first, trigonometry is a branch of mathematics that deals with the connection between the measures of the sides and the angles in a right triangle. Second, the ratios of the sides of a right triangle in relation to its acute angle are called trigonometric ratios. Third, the following are the trigonometric ratios of triangle ABC with angle B as its reference angle. Sine B equals opposite side over the hypotenuse. Cosine B equals adjacent side over the hypotenuse. Tangent B equals opposite side over the adjacent side. A figure is given. Fourth, the angle of elevation is the angle created when an observer is looking up at an object above the horizontal. This angle is between the observer's line of sight and the horizontal. Fifth, the angle of depression is the angle created when an observer is situated above and is looking down at an object on the lower level. This angle is between the horizontal and the observer's line of sight. Sixth, always set the calculator to degree mode before using it. Seventh, when solving a problem, you must read it and may read it several times when needed to know what you're looking for, to determine what are given, and to figure out how the given information helps find what you're looking for. Eighth, when a figure is given, make use of it and modify when needed. It is there to help you analyze and solve the problem. There you are, learners. Hope this video helps. That's it for now. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to your peers so others will learn too. Bye.